Shakespeare, brought what they brought, to literature, but I'm interested in seeing how I could bring more voices of color, more narratives that are marginalized by like mainstream society.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this is Joanna. Joanna is an aspiring English teacher and writer looking to change the school education curriculum to provide students with a more humanistic approach to learning and growing. I spent some time chatting with her about her life, goals, and future.
My name is Joanna. I'm from San Jose, California. I'm a transfer student. I'm a fourth year critical race and ethnic studies major and history of art and visual culture minor. I'm excited to be here. I would describe myself as somebody that is weak but is also resilient. Somebody that can like easily get overwhelmed or like anxious and stuff, but can still like look at their dream and be like, that's what I'm going after. Like since I was a kid, I got to see my parents like struggle just to provide us with our basic needs, and that was kind of where I started to be like, I really wanted to help my parents. I kind of developed that idea. And when I was in high school, actually like mostly all of K through 12, I really struggled to feel like I belonged at school. And when I was in my junior year of high school, that was when I started to realize like, if I go to college, I can get a degree, get a pretty good job, and I can help my parents that way. And I'm like, the moment that really did it for me to like pursue a college education was seeing how like seeing the kind of value that I had as a student in high school. My counselor was really like excited for me to go to fourth year, but wasn't very excited afterwards. I told her I was wanting to go to community college, and like one of my teachers afterwards kind of shared with me like, oh, it's like there's the difference from like going to a UC and going to community college. Like there's that stigma. Like the school will really benefit being able to say like this amount of students went to the UC or CSU, and I was like, wow, like do people really care about how I'm gonna do after my high school experience? Just kind of really thinking about how I wanted to show up for myself and for others. And that's when I was like, I'm gonna do community college, transfer, and I just kind of been meeting more and more people who've had similar experiences, and that was when I started to get more curious and like studying more and just studying what it is that I've kind of been through and how that shows up in history, and like why haven't I like learned about this before, and just really really critical in that sense. And then like coming to UCSC and coming in as like a transfer who already was a year in but was like remote, just kind of like coming back to that point of struggle as a student, like adjusting and finding myself in a space. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance and do something that seems interesting to me, where I feel like I can do a little bit more self-discovery and just kind of like have more opportunities with like creativity. And I took Introducción a la Escritura Creativa. I took literature and NDX. My first quarter in person, so last fall. I took it with Nathan Osorio, so shout out to Nathan.
That's my last name.
Oh shoot! Yeah. I took that course, and it was in that course where I really felt like I was able to like have a little bit more self-empowerment. Coming from a space where like I never really got to hear my voice, and just kind of I guess see myself as a writer and somebody that could produce something like special with their writing. I like really appreciated the support and the space that my instructor, that Nathan, put together. I really did feel like inspired by people, by the space, by myself. And that was kind of where I was like, you know what, like, I really like writing. I really like reading. And I can see this, I can see myself like put these experiences out for more students.
Like, do you have any idea of like what exactly you would want to write about?
I think I would want to write a memoir or write like an autobiography. You know, like have an opportunity where I not only get to share about these issues, but I can also look deeper into them.
My goals with education? Well, I definitely would consider myself an advocate for mental health. I would like to encourage more discussion, have more space in K-12 schools, or support that. Just kind of thinking about my experience a little bit and kind of learning more about like the different forms of oppression that exist in society. I feel like I'm mostly focused on wanting to strengthen community, like strengthen spaces of community, and really challenge like what exactly the education system is doing now. Just considering how it's like very much like the pipeline where social hierarchies are reproduced in a sense, and so just make it a space where students can not only like feel in a community, but they can feel inspired by others in their community and be inspired by themselves.
In 10 years, I hope to be alive in 10 years. Let me start there. I hope to be a teacher. I hope that at the very least I can have a job where I'm like, I feel happy. I feel like I can do this until I can't do it no more, you know? I want to say that I also, in 10 years, hope to be proud of the way that I'm showing up to the world. I'm like, hopefully at that time, you know, I can just continue to think about the stuff that I'm working on now. Like, how do I want to show up to the world? You know, what impact do I want to have? How am I showing up for myself? And how am I showing up for others? I think, yeah, that's what I could think about in the moment. Yeah, thank you.